A warm welcome to You're a Wizard, a magical sleep saga inspired by the world of Harry Potter, where you are the main character. As you take a moment to get comfortable, remind yourself that this is your story, and there are no limits to what you can add to this adventure. Anyone that you meet along the way throughout this saga can be whoever you want them to be. They might be people from your own life, a famous figure that you admire, or a character from the books. So be sure to bring along your own unique imagination. Let your thoughts turn to those of magic, wonder, and adventure as we continue our Harry Potter sleep saga. You pay the kind old wand maker with a beaming smile before leaving this enchanted shop and heading back out into the street. It is quiet now, and the street is nearly empty, but there is still the odd wizard meandering down the cobbles and nipping in and out of the many shops. A golden red light descends into the alley now. A beautiful late summer sunset illuminates the shop windows on this crooked cobbled street. Straight ahead of you waits your best friend, a mischievous smile on their face. While you were inside, they have been to the pet shop and have brought you a magical gift. They reveal a cage from behind their back, and inside is your favorite animal, looking up at you with hopeful eyes. Your friend opens the cage, and you take your new animal in your arms, holding them gently. They curl up in your warm embrace and make themselves comfortable in your arms. They are beautiful and precious. You look to your friend with a grateful smile and thank them for this perfect gift. You place your new companion back into their cage, and you set off on your way. As you stroll together now, you ask where to next, and with a cheeky smile, your friend points down the lane to the orange-fronted store that appears to be glowing in the street. At last, the joke shop. You peer in through the square-panelled window, and you cannot believe the array of magical toys, sweets, and activities going on inside. Your patience disappears as you both push open the door and pile your trolleys into a small cloakroom to your left. Then you walk out onto the shop floor. All around you are tall shelves of different colours, filled with a seemingly infinite collection of magical sweets, cookies, and toys. Frogs made of chocolate occupy an entire shelf to themselves. There are small boxes of jelly beans in all the colours of the rainbow, and red and black ones made from licorice. You spy a makeshift cauldron with a suspicious green goo inside, bubbling away and stirring by itself. You have no idea what it is, a prank most likely, but you dare not touch it to find out. The shop is filled with many wizards, but the atmosphere is perfect. A gentle hustle and bustle fills the air, and everywhere you look are happy, smiling faces, enjoying every moment in this magical place. The floor is soft under your feet and springy to walk on, and it makes you feel light and airy. With every step you take, the floor releases tiny multicolored bubbles that rise up to the ceiling before popping on the roof. And as your eyes lift up, the open plan room reveals that there is an upstairs platform with many more magical gifts. There is a fountain of falling sweets in the middle of the store, where you see young wizards holding out extendable paper cups and filling them all the way to the top. To your left is an old-fashioned carnival-style sweet machine, decorated in yellow and red stripes, with a silver switch in the middle. 4 panels of glass show that inside are small pieces of chocolate spinning on a turnstile inside the machine. In the top of the machine is a tiny dragon with bright blue scales on its body. As the balls of chocolate turn, the dragon lets out a few blasts of fire, warming them through. You watch a small young wizard run over to the machine, and turning the silver switch, a warm chocolate sweet drops out into their hand. They pass the chocolate between their hands to cool it down before popping it neatly in their mouth. Just behind you, you overhear a trio of talking wizards. They mention a secret room upstairs, in which there is a magical levitation chamber. You tap your best friend on the shoulder and gesture upstairs, telling them what you have heard. Their eyes widen with excitement, and you both work your way through the crowd and toward a thin spiral staircase. As you walk onto the first step, the staircase begins to move in a slow circle, and you are carried upstairs. As you slowly rise up, you look out over the huge joke shop, taking in all the wonderful goings-on and the enchanting atmosphere inside. When you reach the top, the staircase stops at the perfect moment, and you move off onto the top walkway. Your friend follows just behind, and you take them by the arm and lead them along the walkway with an excitement in your stomach. In front of you now stands the curtained-off secret room. You check the coast is clear, pull back the curtain, and rush inside. The dark room is lit by more floating bubbles, similar to the ones below, only these do not pop. Instead, they give off a soft, bluey purple light and float effortlessly around the room. In the middle of the room is the levitation chamber. It is a huge dome shape, big enough for 3 or 4 people, and you and your friend step inside together. You press a green button on the chamber door, and it begins to give off an enchanting sound. It feels almost space-like. Instantly, you feel yourself being lifted. You gently push off from the ground and feel that you are now floating inside the chamber. The purple-blue light echoes round the room as you watch specks of silver drift up from the floor and surround you in a magical stardust. You both drift around the chamber, laughing together and pulling funny poses in mid-air. You feel eternally grateful for your best friend. And then a deep relaxation begins to run through your body, and you allow yourself to become one with the chamber, floating in complete peace. You feel any tension releasing from your muscles. Each part of you, bit by bit, is becoming more and more relaxed as you gently drift inside the starlight dome. You have never felt so relaxed in all your life. Any remaining thoughts leave your mind and disappear into the starlight. You allow yourself to let go of everything. Your arms hang loose by your side, free from all tension. You feel your legs soften, and any holding in the muscles completely melts away. Your back and shoulders become loose and soft, and you feel your chest and stomach slowly expand with each calming breath. Every muscle in your face releases tension now. Your brows soften. Your cheeks and jaw become loose, and your mouth drifts open, relaxed. You are completely free. You feel grateful for this wonderful experience. and grateful for your best friend who is by your side on this magical adventure. Nothing else matters but this moment. This is a wonderful place, full of hope, of possibility, and of endless magic. As you begin to drift back to the floor, you feel a new sense of peace inside you now. The specks of stardust begin to fade, and you are slowly lowered back to the ground, safe and sound. Before you leave the chamber, you and your friend share a warm embrace, thanking each other for being a part of your lives and sharing an excitement for the adventures that await you. You wander out of the room together, back onto the walkway before descending on the spiral staircase, gazing out over the still busy shop floor. You meander through the many wizards still browsing, collect your trolleys, and leave the joke shop, an unstoppable grin on your face. You enter the now dark street, and the moon hangs high above you, a white pearl beaming down. One or two stars begin to pepper the sky, and tall lampposts provide a scattered collection of orange spotlights down the street. You look to your friend with a smile and decide it is time for some supper, although your smile quickly fades when you both realize you don't know where to go. As if in answer to a prayer, you feel a brushing against your legs, and there is your old friend, the black and white cat, here to guide you one final time today. You bend down and stroke your furry companion in thanks, and they roll over on their back, accepting a few loving strokes on their tummy. Then they roll back onto all fours and begin to snake their way down the street as you follow behind. As you walk, you check the contents of your trolley and see that everything is in perfect order. You squeeze a finger through the cage of your animal and give them a loving tickle under the chin as they sniff your hand affectionately. Your new companion, who is now to share this magical adventure with you. On each side of you, you watch the many lights of the shop windows slowly go out one by one as the owners settle in for the night. You look up into the deep black night, and the stars are slowly orbiting directly above you, pulsing gently. They provide a powerful enchantment, protecting this sacred, magical world. Before long, you come to a small brick building with a thatched roof, tucked quietly away in the corner of the street. A warm light flows from the window, and a black sign in the shape of a cauldron swings above you. The black and white cat climbs up the shallow ramp leading to the door and turns back to face you. This is the place. With a gentle scratch on their head, you thank the cat for all their help today. They purr softly and give your hand an affectionate lick before slipping off into the night. You turn back just as your best friend opens the door, and you both head inside. You are met with a blast of heat and the sound of a crackling fire, which you see in the middle of the tavern, nestled in a stone fire pit, warming the entire room. Over the fire rests a large cauldron with a fresh, hot stew bubbling away. A musician sits in one corner, playing a gentle tune. The tavern holds a warm and pleasant atmosphere, with a handful of wizards lingering at the bar or sitting in small groups at wooden trestle tables. The smell from the cooking pot is delicious, and coupled with the aroma of butterscotch beer, you are lured deeper into the tavern as you and your friend find a table. In that moment, you see a barman approach, slightly grubby looking, but friendly enough. He has a towel over his shoulder and a small apron round his waist. You ask if you can both rent a room, and with a twinkle in his eye, he tells you you are lucky. There are only 2 rooms left. You pay the barman at once, and he hands you both a key with your room numbers, offering to have your luggage taken upstairs. You thank him with a smile as you and your friend each take your animal from their cage and place them next to you, before the rest of your luggage is taken away up to your rooms. As your eyes wander round the tavern, you notice chairs stacking themselves at empty tables. Pots, tankards, and glasses in the kitchen are being washed in mid-air by scrubbing brushes, all circling in the same rhythm. One wizard sits at the bar in a tall, pointy hat, reading a newspaper in mid-air and enjoying a slice of bread and cheese as the spoon in their soup stirs of its own accord. There is a small bucket bobbing through the air, filled with hot, soapy water and a clean rag, drifting from table to table and wiping them down. You realize just how much you love magic. Just then, the barman returns carrying a tray. On the tray are 2 glass tankards filled with a rich orange liquid and a thick foam topping. These drinks lift themselves off the tray and land on the table, one for each of you. The barman places down 2 empty bowls and spoons, and you watch wide-eyed as you see a giant ladle lift out of the middle cauldron and float over to your table. Any drops of stew are being caught by a small hand towel diligently following underneath the ladle. In 2 slow motions, the ladle fills your friend's bowl and then your own. The rich, creamy liquid gives off a tantalizing smell, and a warm steam rises from it. 2 pieces of freshly baked bread slice themselves from a warm loaf brought by the barman. All of this is on the house, the barman tells you, a welcome gift for 2 exciting new wizards. You thank him kindly, and he leaves you to enjoy your stay. A small candle in the middle of your table flickers gently and dances in the wind when the door swings open and more wizards enter the tavern. You take in the quirky yet magical surroundings as you enjoy the first mouthful of this delicious food. There is a warm sensation in your stomach, and you feel a homely comfort surging through you. The butterscotch beer is refreshing, cleansing your palate and relaxing you deeper. As you continue to eat, you stroke your animal next to you, who is now awake and nibbling small pieces of bread that you break off for them. You talk happily with your friend about your day, reminiscing on all the wonderful places you have been. Then you begin to share your dreams and aspirations for when you get to the castle and for your life as a wizard. You feel truly blessed to have them by your side. You cannot imagine taking this journey with anyone else. The sound of the fire and the calming atmosphere lulls you into a deep relaxation, and you feel your eyes begin to drift closed. You reach into your pocket and check your train ticket. 11 o'clock tomorrow morning at King's Cross Station. You and your friend decide now that it is time to get some sleep. You have another busy day ahead of you. Tomorrow, you will take the journey aboard the Hogwarts Express to begin your adventure as a wizard, ready to study at the most magical castle in the world. With your animal cage in hand, you thank the barman and wander up the creaky wooden stairs, followed by your best friend. On the wall next to you are moving portraits of all the previous owners of this historic tavern. In one picture, a large, plump wizard is cooking over a huge pot and hosting a merry gathering. In the next, A young witch is waving her wand as a pile of vegetables chop themselves into a pan. Another portrait shows two old ladies with curly hair preparing a meal and laughing together. There are almost too many pictures to count, each one celebrating a new generation of the tavern. Finally, when you reach the top of the stairs, you see a moving photograph of the current owner and barman washing tankards by hand and smiling to the camera. At the top of the landing, you bid your friend a good night and wander down the slanted corridor. You are not sure if your eyes will keep open much longer. And then, at last, you reach a small wooden framed door with your room number on it. You slide in the key, unlock the door, and push it open. A small fire burns quietly in the corner, keeping your room a perfect temperature. Thick wooden beams cross above you, crooked but strong, and a white window sits at the far side of the room. Your bags and cases are all lined up in perfect order, ready for your journey tomorrow. You empty your pockets, place the letter and the ticket on your bedside table, and dim the oil lantern nearby so as to leave a soft yellow light gently glowing in the corner. You place your animal on your luggage and offer them another mouthful of bread before giving them a stroke under their chin as they settle down to sleep. Outside the small window, you spot the white moon high in the sky. A shooting star of bright silver arches over the moon and blazes across the night. You walk heavily to your large, soft bed with a huge white mattress and flop down onto it. It is like falling into a thick, fluffy cloud. The duvet wraps perfectly around you, and you sink ever so slightly down into the mattress. The pillow fits to your head, and your whole body is supported and comfortable. As you lie there now, you begin to replay all the wonderful events of the day in your memory, and you remind yourself how lucky you are to have experienced all these magical things today. After what feels like a lifetime of waiting, you finally received your letter, and tomorrow you embark on the greatest adventure of your life, your journey to Hogwarts. Your mind drifts deeper and deeper into relaxation and comfort, and your body is completely free. There is a new calmness and a new confidence within you now. You can do whatever you set your mind to. As the fire burns gently, keeping you warm and comfortable, you give yourself permission to let go now. You can rest easy, and when you wake in the morning, adventure awaits. You are safe. You are warm. You are protected. The wizarding world will guide your dreams tonight, and you are well looked after here.